Combat-wise, no. Confrontations, yeah. I've been in. I'm a military police officer, and I specialize in prison operations. So I work in a prison, and here and there, you just get the guys that confront you, but you're trained to deal with it. So you just do what you're told. Well, I think it's just the fact that once they realize that you're not with your family anymore, like you don't have mom and dad to fall back on. I mean, I was probably the youngest one there, so like a lot of those people don't fall back on mom and dad anymore anyways, but I was 17 when I went to boot camp, so I don't know. It's just, I was a young kid. I wasn't out in the real world yet, so just the first thing I went to Missouri, so at 17 years old, I shipped across the U.S., and then it was 8 months alone, just with people I had never met before. Yeah. So that's probably what it was. Yeah, definitely. I was a lot bigger before I joined the military. I was really into bodybuilding and powerlifting, and that's what I wanted to do. And then I was a football player. I played for the Army's football team too. And when I got back home after the 8 months of being in Missouri, I was like 30 pounds lighter. And I was still really athletic and stuff like that, but I just didn't look at myself the same. We learned a lot of discipline. I grew up, I was 17 years old talking like I'm a 30-year-old guy, you know? And what other kid 17 years old was making as much as money as like I was in the military. Even it's not really that much money that we make, but at 17 years old, I was looking at it like, whoa, look at all this money I have. Because I couldn't spend it on anything because I couldn't go anywhere. I was just at boot camp. I don't like that there's a chain of command. There's this thing called a chain of command, and you have to talk to the person one step above you to talk to someone who's one step above them, to talk to someone one step above them, to talk to the person that you originally wanted to talk to. So like, say I wanted to talk to my commander, I'd have to talk to my squad leader and ask him for permission, and he would talk to the team leader, and the team leader would ask the platoon sergeant, and then the platoon sergeant would talk to the administration sergeant, and then he would talk to the first sergeant, and then he would ask the commander finally if I could talk to him. Because no one is allowed to skip a level in the chain of command to talk to anybody. And I don't know the reason for that, but it frustrates me sometimes, because sometimes it'll take a couple of days before they finally get back to you. I always wanted to be a police officer when I was older, or when I got older, whatever. But I didn't want to be the ones that drive around and park places and wait for speeders to come through the road. I watched Locked Up, and those guys are storming into cells and tackling people, and I like tackling people. I played football a lot, and I mean, the boring days were the good days. That means nothing bad happened. That means everybody did their job right. But here and there, you get those guys that don't listen, and then you have to go in there and fix it. So I guess it's just kind of like an adrenaline rush or something like, that I enjoyed about it. I got that feeling that I was in charge. I was 17 years old, and I'm the guy telling people what to do, going down the cell blocks and stuff like that. So I like the feeling of authority, I guess. Stay out of trouble. You don't want to learn the hard way. That's what I did. I got into a lot of trouble when I was in high school, like in and out of school. So I think it didn't really affect me because I picked it up sooner or later. Like I got my stuff together, and I decided that I wasn't going to go anywhere if I kept getting in trouble. So, because in a small town like this, trouble's everywhere. Like, on the weekends, you're going to go and do things you're going to regret on Monday. So, I mean, the younger kids are, because they don't really find anywhere else to do. I mean, 'cause that's usually what kids are going to tell you from Cloverdale, that there's nothing to do. And for the most part, there really isn't. But like, you have the friends to go and find something better to do than go do like drugs and alcohol and stuff like that. So like bigger and less houses and more entertainment stuff. Maybe like, I don't know what kids like to do, more basketball courts, football fields, maybe like laser tag or something. Maybe like a Scandia or like some mini golf thing, or like some place where they can go dance. I would have been there all day, because most places that go dance are out of town and they're clubs that are 18 years or older. So that too. I used to go to, we used to pitch in and find the friend that had the car, and we would go out and do something out of town because we just couldn't find it here. Like the movie theater here has a selection of 4 movies, when the theaters in Santa Rosa or Hillsburg have selections of like 15. So I mean, just the entertainment wise, I mean, I know my brother works for the city, so a lot of people put in plans to open places like this, like skate parks, but they always get turned down. So somebody somewhere that's in charge of stuff says like no. So I mean, if that could change, that'd be cool. I'm sure the kids would stay out of trouble more if they were busy doing something fun. Because I know I never thought about drugs and alcohol just because I was lifting weights. And that got me out of it because I was too busy doing this to go and fall down doing this. You know?
Hello, my name is Bernie Gonzalez.
Hello, my name is Irania Rico.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Cabrera.